Kaylee is so much fun. She is such a great friend. Someone that you always want to be around, and someone that just makes everyone feel welcome.
She's serious, but she's kind of gullible.
She's very gullible. We like to mess with her a lot.
We mess with her often. But she's super kind, and she's very loving and a very passionate person.
What'd you describe Kiki? Cranky. She's beautiful and smart.
She's the best cousin. She's very fun to be around. She's so funny. She's beautiful, and she's a good person to be around.
Go for it.
I think Kaylee's kind of like a big sister to me because I grew up with 2 older brothers, which was fine, and I love them, but I always wanted a big sister, and I think I finally got one.
Is she a fun aunt? Yeah. And Ellery described her earlier as what? Princessy?
She's so talented. The most talented person.
She's a lot more put together than we are.
Yeah,
I can't say
she's
that.
very classy, super talented.
We laugh a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
She's freaking funny.
Yeah.
She's a very sweet person, kind-hearted. She's a little...
She's a ball of anxiety.
That's how we would describe her.
But she is great.
She's great. She's funny. She's really funny. She's the kind of person that will sit down and watch terrible movies with you and enjoy it and laugh. So she's pretty great.
Good sister. Best sister I've ever had.
Hairy, in a word, but otherwise burly.
Harry.
Super laid back. Definitely hairy. Very hairy.
Yeah, he's very laid back.
He'll take at least an hour to explain a topic that takes 10 seconds to explain.
I would say Austin is kind of the complete opposite of Kaylee. He is super chill, doesn't worry about much at all. But it's so evident that he loves Kaylee so much. So he just seems like the perfect match for her.
Oh, that is so true.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I would describe him as very bossy, and he likes to act like more than an older brother. He's really protective over me, especially. So
he's very outspoken and opinionated about things. So I don't know. He kind of has his way of doing things, and he's always been mature and acts kind of like a third parent almost. I don't know.
Very smart. Probably one of the smartest people I know.
So I would describe Austin as someone with a really big heart who cares about people and very outdoorsy. He likes to hunt, fish, and do things like that.
Austin's just like a really good guy. He's one of those people I know if I ever need anything, he's gonna be there.
He's fun. He's funny. What else? Is he gonna be a fun uncle? Yeah, you think? Austin's a good guy. I feel like
he's gonna be my brother.
No, he's gonna be your uncle, not your brother. I feel like he fit in pretty quick. I feel like.
So
Sarcasm.
How do we?
Yeah, a lot of sarcasm.
Yeah, he's very sarcastic. He's just like her dad, Steve.
Yes.
Yeah,
he
he is like Steve made over.
Yeah.
In all the best ways. It's honestly perfect.
They're perfect together.
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of the guy that he would help you in any situation. Very kind. Very the opposite. Very chill.
Yeah, very outgoing.
Very outgoing. Very chill. Doesn't worry about a lot of things.
Yeah.
He's not a worrier, and you can't really embarrass him.
No. Cannot embarrass
You cannot
Austin.
embarrass him.
Yeah, just good friend.
Yeah.
First impression, she's sweet, funny, just as beautiful in person as she was on her pictures. And we were talking, she was great. She was everything I could have asked for.
Well, I thought he was really cute. I thought he was really funny. He wasn't afraid to poke fun at me or make fun of me on the first date, so I really liked that. He made me laugh a lot. I just thought he was really sweet. He was a gentleman the whole entire time during meeting my family and going to the restaurant where we had our first date at.
She's sweet. She's genuine. She cares about everybody and what they think, and I'm probably a little bit of the opposite. I'm more of I'll kind of do my thing and don't really worry about others' opinions, and she's the opposite, so we balance each other out perfectly.
I kind of take credit for them being a couple because Austin went fishing with me one day, and he posted a picture on his Instagram, and she saw the picture and liked it, and then from there they kind of started talking. So
me and my cousin we were fishing, and I posted a picture on Instagram, and Kaylee saw it somehow, and then she followed me after that and liked the picture.
His Instagram account popped up on my Explore page super randomly and on my people you may know list. And I do not know why, but I just followed him just out of the blue because I don't know why. I never randomly follow people.
I remember Kaylee like coming up to me and showing me his Instagram profile and being like, I mean, I don't normally message people back on Instagram because I think it's kind of weird, but like he looks normal and he hunts.
It's the
and
beard.
he has a beard.
It's the beard.
So I sent her a direct message, a DM on Instagram, and that kind of started everything from there.
Later that night, he messaged me and asked me if I would maybe want to add him on Snapchat or something like that. And I was a little bit hesitant about it. I didn't know, but I messaged him back and gave him my phone number. And then we just started texting from there. And then we met and had our first date a week later from that. So it's pretty boring and pretty millennial, but that's how we met. So on our first date, we went to a drive-in restaurant in Pennington called The Patio. And I picked that place. I thought it'd be good because we could just sit in the truck and talk and get to know each other and everything. I remember being really nervous on the date and I was so nervous I couldn't eat.
She got the biggest plate of chicken and dumplings that you could possibly imagine for a 100-pound girl, and she ate maybe 4 or 5 bites. And just left the rest of it there. We played checkers on the table, and I had to explain to her how to play checkers because she said she forgot how.
So I remember being really nervous on the date, but I had a lot of fun.
I lived with Kaylee in college, and Austin came over and was like taking her out on a date and stuff. And as soon as he walked in, he had a beard, so I was like, she loves that. And then he was like not sensitive at all, so I was like, this is perfect.
The first time I met Austin with Kaylee was in her dorm room, and it was kind of an awkward meeting, but I'm an awkward person, so I think that there was more me than them. But they're great together, and they like feed off of each other, and they make everybody feel welcome.
Just their personalities blend well together. They get each other. They're a blast to hang out with. What you see is what you get, and they just work, you know.
I was surprised somebody married her. I'm kidding.
My plan was to scare him away all along, which never worked. But I ended up asking him what his blood type was.
What's your address?
What's your address? And he stuck around, so I think he's a good one.
Yeah. He went along with it, so that's all we can ask for.
Like, Kaylee is the only person I've ever met that can stand to be around Austin constantly.
The first memory I have of them together is probably after performance at ETSU, and just seeing them, I just knew that they were going to end up getting engaged and getting married, and I would constantly ask, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen?
She talked about him all the time. All the time we got to hear about Austin, so we knew.
Every day.
Yeah, she was in love.
I just think it's super sweet. Every night, Austin will FaceTime her. And it's not even just every night. Honestly, it's like every 5 minutes, Austin will FaceTime her and just be like, hey, what are you doing? And then she's like, Austin, me and Vic are trying to watch a movie. And it's like, okay, sorry. And then she just like hangs up. And she's like, he won't stop calling me. But it's so cute though.
I feel like he fit in pretty quick. He had a lot of things in common with her brothers and dad, and I feel like I knew pretty quick, I think.
Austin's definitely very sarcastic and likes to give Kaylee a lot of grief, and she handles it, like I said, really well, and she gives it right back to him. I think that's perfect for a relationship, the fact that they can be playful like that with each other and just have fun and make it look so easy. I mean, they're so get along so well with each other. So it's fun to watch. They're definitely a very, very good couple.
So I have this video of them on Snapchat on my phone. And Austin is spraying Kaylee with a water gun outside their pool. And me and her are just chilling, trying to hang out. And he's spraying her. And she's like, Austin, this is what I tell you. You're that kid that nobody likes. But it's like, they're joking, so it's so cute. But that's exactly what I mean by like, that's how we know they're perfect for each other.
Very excited for him.
Sorry for her. no, I'm kidding.
I'd say I knew he was the person I wanted to marry when I started getting really close with his family. He has a great family, and just with how close we got so fast.
We started dating about 2 weeks after we first met. And I don't know, she was, I'd say pretty soon after, maybe within 2 weeks, that I was content on trying to get her to marry me. That was I had to do a lot of convincing, I think, but I think I did good so far.
And we would FaceTime like from 4 o'clock to like 10 o'clock at night. And like, so I think that's when I'd say after the first year, and I realized how much we like to spend time together and how much we talked and like never got tired of it. I think that's when I really started realizing that he may be the one I'm going to end up marrying.
Probably from like the start.
They just seemed like a perfect match.
Austin and my girlfriend and I all went and ate at Cracker Barrel, and we're eating and we're talking about getting married, because I'm getting married soon, and Austin, and they'd been dating for a while, and he were like, oh, are y'all gonna get married soon? He's like, I don't know, and he never said anything. And then the next day, that sucker proposed to her, and he had the ring in his pocket at Cracker Barrel with us and never even mentioned it to us. And we were talking about weddings, and he never even said anything. I'll never forgive him.
Absolutely. We knew for 7 months. Yeah. Kaylee kept drilling us like, I know you know something, and we had to be like, no, like Kaylee, I don't know what. I don't know anything.
I'll even say, yes, Kaylee, I know everything. I'm just not going to tell you, which I did tell her the night before.
It's not a lie.
It's not a lie. But she was like, are you serious? And I'm like, no, if I knew, I'd tell you.
The day of the proposal, I kind of had a feeling, I'm not even going to lie. So the whole way over there, we went to the Biltmore. That's where he proposed at. And it was really funny because when we got there, so pull in and he gets out and he says, I gotta get something out of the back. I was like, well, he didn't put anything in the back of the car. So like, what's he doing?
She kind of caught me in the middle of trying to talk to my friend that had came to take pictures. I told her I was putting my shoes on outside of the car, which is completely out of the ordinary, and I was talking to my friend to see where they were set up so they could take the pictures, and I told her my dad had called and we were asking us where we were, and
I'm looking at my side view mirror and he's on the phone. I'm like, okay, so he's not getting anything out of the back. And he gets back in the car and I was like, who was that? Who are you on the phone with? And he was like, oh, that was just Dad. He was calling to check and see if we were there.
Then as soon as we got ready to go and we were gonna walk up there and I was gonna propose, my dad called and I answered it on my Apple Watch. And he was like, hey, where are you all? Y'all hadn't talked to me yet, so I didn't know where you were at. So he caught me right in the middle of it, so she knew something was up.
So we start walking down the ramp and then Austin goes, oh wait, like look up here, like we've never been up there before. And I see like this little pavilion and I was like, oh, yep, there it is. So we start walking up there. And the whole way up there, I was like, I'm gonna be sick. And he was like, you're fine. I was like, I'm so nervous.
It was my job to take pictures with Danielle, my girlfriend, and we had one goal, which was to not be noticed. And when they got there, we were standing in the middle of this field.
So we start walking across this field, and then I see our friends Tyler and Danielle.
He definitely saw me, and it took her a second, but Danielle and I had to just stand and like point into the woods, like, oh, you see that deer over there? I mean, there was nothing there.
Nobody around. They're just looking into the woods, and I'm like, I see them. I was like, you can tell them they don't have to like hide anymore.
Then Kaylee spotted us, and we had to just come out, and she kind of knew what was about to happen.
So Austin hollered at him, and he was like, oh, just come on out, guys. And then he got down on one knee and he asked me to marry him. But I loved the way it was because it was really funny. We were all laughing and It was really sweet. I couldn't ask for it to be any better.
Yeah, I didn't know till after they had left to go to Biltmore. Had no idea. And yeah, they made it a big ordeal with my mom and dad sit me down and was like telling me, and I thought something else was going on.
Yeah.
Some lot worse. I didn't know.
What's going on? Do you have any idea what's going on today? No. Why are you videoing?
Just enjoy the moment.
It's
natural.
You getting ready to get a brother-in-law? Austin's going to ask Kaylee to marry him this evening.
What? At Biltmore.
At Biltmore.
No.
Yeah.
No,
listen. When you told me that. What? When I
took
told
that
you
the
that?
wrong way. I took that the wrong way. I get brother-in-law mixed up with like, I don't know. I thought like you were talking. Baby.
We're getting ready to have a baby.
I was like,
your baby. What? For me, I just couldn't believe that this time had come like in our lives because I've known her since 6th grade. So it was just crazy to grow up with Kaylee from me and her like having that handshake that we can still do like to this day that we made in 6th grade, and like now my best friend of like all time's getting married. So it's just
Okay, I
really
may
crazy.
have like dreamed this, but I think she told me like the day of going to Biltmore, like you and Kinsey were like helping her get ready,
Yes,
and then
we
I
were
think
here.
she said that you just started crying out of nowhere.
I was like,
what are you crying about?
Her favorite thing for us to do together is to go out and eat. She loves to go out and eat.
We love to eat out too. We love going out to eat. We love to eat, so.
He always buys her cotton candy, and it just means the world to her. And so every time we go, it's just like so much joy between the two of them because he's like, I'm gonna get you cotton candy. And she's like, you gave me $1 million. So I just love to see that happen, which is kind of a consistent thing, but it's sweet to me.
Yeah, I think anytime he takes her out for food, she thinks that's the best.
He loves it when he says something that makes me laugh or does something that makes me laugh. Like, he loves it when I laugh at him. But he will say whatever he just said that made me laugh. He will say it over and over and over and over again, like until he just like beats it in the ground. And I'm like, okay, Austin, it's not funny anymore. Like, I laughed the first time, but it's not funny anymore.
And then when she gets really, really excited, and she's gonna kill me when she sees this, but she'll sit there and do this when she gets really, really excited about stuff. So I don't know. I love everything about her.
And like she's like, oh, that's actually what she does. And then
I'm gonna start crying.
No, it's okay if you
It's
cry.
okay.
I know.
They're just both so very kind and nurturing to everyone they meet.
Yeah, they love everybody they come in contact with, and they're both like respectful and caring for everybody together and separate.
They're very similar. I can tell after meeting her family today that they had very similar upbringings.
I admire that they're genuine, that they care deeply about one another, and they respect their own relationship.
It seems like they're always having fun and that they're always just on the same page. And then obviously they have such a strong bond with each other through their faith. And it's just obvious that God is like the center of their relationship.
They have really good values. Like their relationship isn't based on anything besides like a good Christian relationship, good Christian values and morals.
Their loyalty to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's probably number one.
Yeah. And they really, they complement each other really well. Their personalities, like Austin knows how to calm down Kaylee, and then Kaylee really brings Austin like back down to earth. I think.
They put God first in their relationship always, and they've kind of grown together in that way. So I kind of admire that they've made that an important thing for them.
I guess I'll give advice to Austin to try not to be as bossy to Kaylee. Hopefully, I know she'll put you in your place regardless, but be nice.
I look up to Kaylee and Austin's relationship, and hopefully I can mimic something like that later on down the road. So, I would just say, keep at what you're doing, keep your family close, love each other always.
always just be there for each other. I know that it's going to be hard with you all trying to finishing up school and getting your job, so just always be supportive. And Austin, Kaylee will always be the first to apologize in any argument you ever have, because she's always an I'm sorry.
She'll say sorry 20 times. It's just the way she is.
Just be a listener more than a fixer sometimes. Sometimes you just need to listen and not always like try to fix every single thing.
He can be bossy sometimes. He can be, a little bit just outspoken and opinionated about things, but just be patient. He's nice. I don't know, he's always been a good brother and everything, but yeah.
Kaylee, I know you're gonna stress like crazy.
Yep.
It's just in your blood. And even though we joke all the time and say, we hate when people say, don't worry, because then that does nothing. But seriously, there's nothing to worry about on your wedding day. Mm-hmm. Like, this is the moment and time where you just need to soak everything in and just really just take mental pictures of everything, because it is just like a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's so special.
I guess I'll say this. Kaylee, when Austin wants to go hunt, I think you should probably let him go hunt.
That'll avoid a lot of conflict.
Yeah, that'll avoid some conflict.
Put God first and just love each other unconditionally.
That sounds good to me.
One thing that we've always made sure to do is to never go to sleep mad at each other.
Pray for one another, pray together. You don't understand like how much of a difference that makes in your relationship, praying together. Also, gratitude goes a long way, even with the small things. So, just don't forget to say thank you all the time, because it'll make your, husband really appreciate what you're doing, and he appreciates what you're doing. So.
If I've learned anything, it's be willing to admit when you're wrong, hear them out when they feel upset, feel like you're not giving them enough attention, going to the lake too much, hunting too much, just spending time without them.
Pick your battles.
Yeah.
Gambriel is, he's not wrong very often, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's okay to just be a little wrong. Pick your battles. Don't win every argument.
Yeah, be wrong even when you're right.
Yeah.
Kaylee, Austin, be prepared for me to be at your new house in Lexington every weekend.
Also me.
That's
yeah.
it. Me three.
It's gonna be that we always intruded here. We're gonna intrude there now.
Yeah. Just be prepared.
I just think taking time to spend with each other, but specifically to spend time together serving other people. I think when we serve other people, that it brings us closer together in a different way. And life is pretty hectic, so that's going to be the person you go to at the end of a bad work day or crazy family stuff. So I think just making sure to put your relationship, first above all the other things that life will throw at you. Don't you say you too?
Amber said it best, but I'm going to add some to it. Maybe a little bit of advice. Kaylee, you need to cook for Austin. Austin isn't always going to be able to cook, and you're supposed to cook some. So
they're not going to change who they are, but always be who they are, because they're both such wonderful people, and I think that's another reason why they're so perfect together.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope they always keep that young love that they have now.
Yep.
I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Just have a good, prosperous, happy life. Do the things we've talked about that we wanted to do, and anything aside from, having a good family and a couple kids hopefully down the road, and being around our family, and being able to visit and do the things we want to do and travel. Just looking forward to that. And we've been doing long distance basically for the last almost 4 years. It'll be nice to just finally be able to come home and be there with the person you've been wanting to do that with for a long time.
The common stuff to, obviously get married and build a house and have a family. Hoping to kind of be near both of our families, because I grew up around my whole entire family my whole life, so I kind of want that for my kids too. But who knows? I guess just whatever God has in store for both of us, in the future, I guess I'm ready for.
Kaylee, I love you. I can't wait to spend the rest of our life together. It's gonna be great. We've got so much time, so much experiences that we're gonna get to do down the road. I can't wait to do all that. I promise I'll take you to Storm and Crab at least once every 2 weeks. That's your happy place, I know. So we'll hopefully we get plenty of adventures, vacations, all that sort of stuff. I love you. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
All right, so Austin, I love you. I can't wait for us to get married, and I'm excited to be with you every day. After being apart for so long, oh my gosh, I'm turning into my mother. I'm turning into my mother. Okay. And you know, I'm excited for our future together. And I'm excited just to do life with you. You're my best friend, and I'm excited that we get to spend our life together. Amen. I'm done.